weird body that is shaped like a pot for cooking rice. That is called Kandil. And so, the boy was also known as Joko Kandil. Despite the fact that her son is born with an unusual body shape, she never felt embarrassed or regret in bearing this child. On the contrary, she actually loved him so much. When he was a child, Joko was just like any other children his age. He was a small child with a witty nature, and of course, was liked by his peers. Years after years has passed, and Joko finally grew into an adult man. But his body still didn't change at all. It is still the body of a pup. One day, Joko expressed his wish to his mother that he wants to get married soon. Hearing this, the mother was confused. Is there any woman that would marry a man that has the body shape of a pup? I'm sure there isn't. Hearing this, Joko was not discouraged at all. In fact, he even urged his mother to propose to the king's daughter. And finally, the day for Joko Kandil and his mother to appear before the king has finally come. My lord, it is said that your highness had 3 daughters with such beautiful face. Is that true? He said as he carefully conveyed his intention to propose to the king's daughter. Hearing his proposal, the king was surprised, but still, he asked the answer to his proposal to his 3 daughters. Dewi Kantil, Dewi Mawar, and Dewi Melati. Both Dewi Kantil and Dewi Mawar reject his proposal, saying that you are ugly, and I don't want to marry you because of your weird body shape, and your background that of a boy who lives in poverty. But Dewi Melati accepts his proposal with all of her heart. Hearing this answer, the king was surprised and shocked. He went silent for a few moments, but still, he fulfilled his promise in the end. And finally, Joko Kandil and Dewi Melati had a luxurious and happy wedding. And they lived happily. Unfortunately, their happiness were interrupted by words of ridicule hurled by Dewi Melati's sister. But still, she took all of those ridicule with all her patience. And then one day, the king held a dexterity competition in his kingdom. But unfortunately, Joko could not attend or participate in this competition because he fell ill. And seeing Dewi Melati that was alone without her husband, both Dewi Melati's older sister starts ridiculing her. She immediately ran back to her room. She was tired of all of this ridicule. She said, "Why can't everyone just see just how nice and sweet Joko Kandil is? Why does everyone judge him based on his appearance?" She ran back to her room and then she smashed a pot while saying that, why? Why does everyone judge Joko Kandil because of his appearance? That is weird. But then suddenly, a man with ashen looks appeared in front of her. "Wait, who are you? Where did you came from?" she asked, confused on this man. "My lady, could you not recognize my voice? It is me, Joko Kandil." And turned out that this prince is actually Joko Kandil. But due to God's will, he had to be born in with an unusual body shape. And he can only return back to his body if someone loves him sincerely. Hearing this news, Dewi Melati was so happy. She ran to her husband and she hugged him tightly, while Dewi Kantil and Dewi Mawar were both embarrassed and flustered and jealous of her sister's love. Now, what can we learn from this story, you may ask? First, we have to learn to be optimistic. Because in the story, despite the fact that Joko Kandil has a weird body shape, he didn't feel discouraged at all. He even proposed to the king's daughter, and in the end, they lived happily. He did not feel insecure or feel like he's unworthy of such thing. And you have to be like that. Because you have to be optimistic. Don't be pessimistic. You don't have to think like, what if I fail this? What if I'm not good enough for this? Because that's just the kind of thoughts that will drag you away from your goals or dreams. Do you know that there's someone that had failed 999 times, yet he never gave up? And he's actually the inventor of one of our most used things in daily life. Yes, it is Thomas Alva Edison, the inventor of light bulbs. And he had failed 999 times, yet he never gave up and finally succeeded on the 1000th try. Now imagine, what if he gave up on his first failure? We won't be able to use our sea light bulbs. The world will be in darkness. Now imagine this light bulb is your goal, and you are Thomas. You have to work hard for it. You have to keep on working, never give up to make this light up, to reach your goals. And on the conclusion, don't be pessimistic. You have to learn from Joko Kandil and Thomas Alva Edison that despite your shortcomings, you have to always work for your dreams and goals, because it will only matter for you in the future. Well, that's all from me. Thank you so much.